According to the Center Disease Control website, diabetes is one of the fastest and long-lasting diseases that affects how your body turns food into energy. There are 3 main types: type 1, type 2, and gestational, which is gestational is found in pregnant women. More than 100 million Americans are living with diabetes or prediabetes. Diabetes is a disease that affects many people, regardless of your age, your race, your gender, your socioeconomic status. Diabetes can have an effect on a person. Sometimes this disease is unpreventable, but through the right resources, it can be made easier to live with it. I have done extensive research and found a lot of positive information. In addition, this disease has hit close to home because both my parents, 3 of my siblings, and about a month and a half ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes. I have had to do extensive research to better inform myself on how to make better lifestyle choices. Diabetes is still one of the fastest growing diseases in the United States, and in the Rio Grande Valley, about 1.3 million people live in the valley, and according to the Center for Disease Control, 1 in every 3 are diabetic. There are still many people unaware of this disease, and I would like to contribute in giving awareness to it because it can have serious health issues and affecting one's physical state and mental state. But if given the right information at the right time, a person can live with this disease and have a normal life. But let's start by looking at the problem. The first part of the problem is that diabetes takes a toll on one's physical health. Diabetes has affected many people nationwide. It has become an epidemic, and besides affecting a physical state of many people, it affects you. Not only can you not produce the right energy, it also, if it's poorly managed, it can cause you to have complications like heart attacks, strokes, blindness, blood vessel disease. Blood vessel disease is a disease that affects your nerve system, and it can cause to a person amputations of their leg, their arm, their feet, etc. Diabetes not only affects you physically, but it also has an effect mentally. Medical News Today reports that diabetes affects more than just blood sugar. It affects one's mood swings. And Johns Hopkins Medicine says that the mental symptoms associated with low blood sugar are feeling anxious, confused, having difficulty making decisions, and difficulty thinking clearly and quickly, feeling nervous and feeling tired, or having low energy. And this actually has a name that's called diabetes distress. In addition to these mood swings, it can contribute to having depression. Medical News Today also states that depression is a serious mental health condition that can cause a person to feel hopeless about life, have low bouts of energy, and a low interest in activities they once enjoyed. In some other cases, a person has been so depressed that has had the idea to even contemplate suicide. So in result, all of this mental symptoms can also cause a strain in relationships and family and friends, because it might be difficult for them to understand what one is going through. I know that it was difficult for me to understand. I was thinking, why didn't I catch it sooner? Why didn't I pay attention to my symptoms? I had so many questions that led to the stress, which in result I did feel depressed. And I found myself crying without any reason. Yes, it did take a toll on my family, but after a couple of weeks, my body was able to adjust and I was able to get through it. And though it is apparent that diabetes is a health problem, there is still another factor that contributes to the health issue. The second part of the problem is poor health choices. diabetologist and certified diabetes educator, Dr. Frank Cohen, states that unfortunately the rate has increased as our lifestyles have become increasingly sedentary, and we've seen an explosion of processed, high sugar and fast food options, plus having lower physical activity and more time in front of the screens can add to diabetes risk. So all of these factors contribute to one possibly getting diabetes, and has even affected the younger generation, because now the younger generation than it was 20 years ago. So we can see the problems going up instead of going down. So if someone wants to make better lifestyle choices or be better informed, there is so much information that is available through the internet to be able to specifically issue this problem. The solution I propose is to prevent diabetes by informing people is to look at what's available online on the internet, or even here locally. You know, there's so many internet websites and prevention programs that help us to improve our lifestyles, even though we have diabetes or we might be scared to get it one day. Some of these websites are designed specifically for people with diabetes. For example, the American Diabetes Association, and the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control. And also, for example, here in Raymondville, there is Su Clínica has already made a program specifically for diabetes awareness, which they help you to regulate your sugars. They help you to make a better lifestyle for yourself, with better lifestyle with choices with a nutritionist, which is, I thought that was a wonderful idea. You know, there are also many menus that they can help you with, and online too. CDC has many menu options that you can do, a better lifestyle exercise plan that you can take to be better informed of what better suits you. So by being well informed by American Diabetes Association, I have made lifestyle changes to better suit me. I see the positive results, and not only have I felt better, but I've seen the positive results it has had on my family. My children are eating healthier, my husband is eating healthier, and you know, I feel with more energy, and I'm happy to say that I've lost weight, I'm so happy about it. We've all lost weight, my husband and I included with my husband. So it is apparent that diabetes still remains a problem, and people are often unaware of its signs and symptoms. So I ask you to consider supporting my proposed solution to encouraging others to educate themselves on diabetes. In doing this, many people will be aware of the signs of diabetes and be able to better take care of themselves, and maybe be able to prevent it. We must remember that it is up to each individual to make a difference in themselves. Remember these inspiring words from Eleanor Roosevelt: with a new day comes new strength. Thank you.